It's my favorite lazy dry fly. This is gonna be like the beetle ant version instead of the stone. And I might omit the antennas at the head, but I'll show you in case you want to do them. And I might need to give you guys that stuff. Okay, purple, there we go. There's that. Man, I'm ready now. Midnight purple, black. Black, 8/0 if you can. 8/0's good. This is one of my favorite little just float anything dries. Now you can float tungstens with this dude. But he's like, I hate indicators, so I like just running him. Put one of those D midges underneath it. So first off, you're just gonna tie a, always use bad scissors for cutting your foam. It's the worst thing for ruined scissors, foam. So I always use crappy scissors for my foam. Never use your good ones.
How wide are you making your strips?
So my strip's gonna be pretty thin. So imagine a beetle. So you're about the length of the gape. Yeah, that's a good thing there. So, all right, here we go. So first off, you're just gonna run your thread. And I start up at the head because I don't want foam to move. So always foam. The best thing you can do is cover the shank with thread so nothing moves. That's always a good move. So cover the whole thing. Like that. And that's why I like 8/0, so we're not like, you know, building it up so it's horrible, and it's easier to make it look good. Okay, so pretty cake. All we're gonna do to start off is a little dub. And trying to remember, normally you can put a little tail. Remember we did tails last time? Because it was a stone, we did a little rubber tail.
I only think one person was here last time.
Was it just Dave and you and John?
Ian Schultz.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody else.
Then this is new for everybody. Cool.
Do you remember?
You remember this stone, right?
Yeah, I remember. I got the video.
Right. So all we're doing is dub. This is more like a beetle, so because it's black, I want some sort of purple dub. And all I'm going to do is go start about 3/4 from the front and just run it back and then forward. And then just go forward like that. As long as it's got a little UV in it, it don't matter what it is. So at this point you can do, I like to put Zelon like a spent wing, but it's not necessary. So you can do it, but I think we're gonna omit that. So right now you do like a V with some Zelon back, like a spent wing. But I'm just going to keep it simple. So now you can take the 2mm, you're going to hang it off the back, about like that, and I just kind of pinch it down, go around, don't cut your foam, but always grab it and then grab the shank. That way you're grabbing the shank, you're not just tying it to the thing and it's going to turn. And then I grab it back there. I'm going to grab the shank again and then grab that. Now I'm going to take this, and this is where I like to, if you're going to put an antenna on the front, this is where you do it. And I'm just going to show you because I like to put antennas on these, especially ants because they got a little antenna. This one's really fine, super fine, but we might just omit it. I'm just going to show you because it's kind of cool. Build your thread up a little bit so you have some way to split it. It's got to have a little build, and then all you do is take it on an angle like that, and all I'm going to do is fold the same piece back on itself, and that's going to be your antenna. Wait, it's doing its own thing. So get it kind of on an angle like that. And then once you get this, it'll stay where it's supposed to be. Okay, so you just get a couple wraps like that. Now I'm going to wrap this, it's going to be a bullet head. So I'm just going to grab that, grab the shank, and I'm just going to ease this up on those antennas. I'm going to get them a little shorter so they're not in the way. I just want short, like ant antennas on this guy. If it's a stone, I might do more. And you can check it, see how it lines up. So you can like grab this and kind of squelch it a little bit. And then when you fold it back, see they're pretty much where we want them, little antennas. So I'm just gonna leave that. This is pretty cake now. So this has a tendency to do this, but we're gonna put some hair on it. It's gonna push it down. So before that, I wanna cut it to shape. So I'm gonna do usually about that far off and just angle it like that. So it's kind of like a little beetle ant. It could be a little longer, but that's good. It won't short strike it. And now hair. So I'm gonna take a darker hair, nice little slab, and it's probably too much. Just get the under fur out. Everyone knows that, right? Combs are good for that. This is actually just a nice elk. It don't matter. Normally I use like sparkle done hair, like compare done hair, because I want it to keep it thin and tight. Because the hair really isn't adding in the float. It's kind of it's just kind of laying this. It's going to lay this body down, and it's a visual for you. So you could do bleached, whatever you can see. I like done because it looks like an ant, or a beetle. It looks like a dun wing, and I can still see it. I don't know for how long, but oh, am I messing it up? I'm sorry. Okay, so just stack a little bit of hair. It's just like an elk hair. You know, you just got to figure the right amount. If it's too much, too thin, whatever. It's just a guess. And I just want them straight, more or less. It's pretty close. I got a broken end in there, which is always nice. Okay. What's going on? Is everything all right? What the hell? Alright, I'm doing a restack because I want to even so it looks nice. Okay, there we are. So all I'm going to do is take this now, and I like it to be the length of that, because once you flay it, it's going to actually go a little shorter. So I like it to go over the back just a little bit. Just going to go around loose once, kind of loose. Get it on top, tension, straight up, straight down. Do a couple turns, and I like to go up through it. I like to go through all that hair. Lift that stuff up like that, make a mess. And then I'm just going to go in and clean it. I'm going to go tight, grab all that garbage. I like to just go in like this, if I can. Go in and stay away from that wing, go tight. And then I'm going to come up here, get that gone. Come over here, get that gone. Try not to cut your antennas. But I think you don't need antennas for this fly. I don't think it matters. I think stones, I like it because, or caddis, because they move so much on the water. I think they don't see it much. But those little legs disintegrate like in 2 or 3 years. So unless you're fishing it, it's just a waste. Okay, so there's that. So you cover that up. Now just all we're gonna do is a little dubbing for a head. I still have some right here. A little dubbing for the head. And we're just going to do it close, really close to the foam, because we want to leave a little cavity, a little canyon to finish it.
What color is that?
This is cool. It's midnight purple. Midnight purple. Diamond bright. You ever use that stuff?
No.
It's pretty amazing. It's tighter than iced up. It's really thin, cool stuff. So right here I'm going to go right against the head. Right there, and I'm going to come back a little bit. And then I'm going to come back with that and lay that down. Make a bullet head, and that's going to squish this down. So just kind of pull it back and then make a little cavity like that. It's going to flay that wing out to the side. See that, how it looks spent now? Whew. And then you're going to cut this guy short, just enough so it lays down. Fish don't really care. I like to get these sides because the tibbet likes to get them, so I like to cut those sides so they don't catch. And then I'm going to cut that because I don't like it that much. That's going to get in the way of my legs, so I'm going to come in and cut that. And this one's way down there. I'm going to come in and get rid of that one a little bit. So if we did a little Z-long like we did last time, remember? I would pull it out, and so it would be underneath it and look like it's spent. And now it's just a matter of
You can do any kind of like sparkle wing. I mean,
It's
like on an October cat.
right. It's a hoot, and it floats endlessly, and it always rights itself because it's a nymph hook. It's amazing. It's a great fast water little stream fly. But this is the one that I just abuse all year long. Late in the summer I get lazy and I just put it on and they just eat it. Because I think it gets like taken for a beetle. Anything, you know what I mean? So, oh, I cut my damn antenna. Did you guys see that? So this has got to go a little shorter. There you go. No one's gonna see it, right? Yeah, we'll just get it going. Okay, so rubber legs. I like purple. Black would do. Either one. And all we're gonna do is set them on there and then a cider and we're done. If I can get in this Montana package. They're horrible. Okay.
Okay, flex work well. There you go.
It will, that's what I'm gonna use, but really small. I think it might be better to use a round leg because it's easier to control. These guys, it's all tension, you know? They like to do their own thing. But yeah, I'm using Spam Flex, but just really small. And I'm just gonna put it, same thing you can do, you can go underneath and just sneak it up top and then put one turn on it and then move it to the side like that. And then it's tension, so I like that where it's at, but if I want it to come in, I'll put tension to that. If I want this one to come in, tension to that. But you want to create good tension so those legs don't relax later. Nothing worse than a leg that, because that's actually important. That's what balances it, those legs. So same thing, you can go right on top, or you can go the other way. I'm just gonna bring them down like that. Same thing, I want to put a good torque on that front one, so it's laid out, and that one, and keep tension on it. And then it's just a little cider. You don't really need it, but it helps push it down a little bit. And it's nice to have a bright orange thing there. So it's gonna lay it down even more. I'm just gonna go right in between, like that. And then I'm gonna cut this baby short on the front. And then I'll whip it and cut the back. I did 2 Uena trips last year, and this is the only thing I threw on every damn lake. Just Uenas, basic lakes, anywhere in the Uenas. I love it, because you can strip it, you can float something underneath it. They just love to eat this damn thing. So right there, just do a whip finish. Go bigger though, I like to go bigger. I like to go like a 10. And then they got that little cider just like that, and then just trim your legs. I like the front one a little shorter, like about that. And then I like the back one a little longer. You might go a little bit shorter on that guy, but that's about it. There it is.
You want to put glue around that thread wrap?
Oh, for sure. Like right at the end, I'd put one drop right on the belly. But you just keep it away from the legs because it'll move the legs, you know? So make sure you don't get the legs, just enough bodkin, you know? Yeah, this is a good one. Now you can just deliver those D-midges all day long with tensions on them, you know? So you want the rubber legs because it moves, but it balances. It actually helps in the floating. It's the only thing that's balancing this is the legs.